Ciao, buonasera. This is Talk Calcio TV on YouTube. So, welcome to this episode of Talk Calcio TV on YouTube. In this episode, we're going to go through the weekend's results. So, of course, there were games Saturday and Sunday. We start with the big game from yesterday, which ended Napoli 4, Lazio 1. Now, at first we thought an upset was on the cards. Of course, Lazio took the lead after 3 minutes through De Vrij. Napoli, though, they came back and applied tenfold. Of course, Calcio equalising on 43 minutes. Wallace Santos then with an own goal for Lazio from 54 minutes. Zielinski then added a third for Napoli in 56. And that talisman yet again, the Belgian Dries Mertens, finished the scoring spree to make it 4-1. So it is a win for Napoli. They go back to the top of Serie A in what was Maurizio Sarri's 100th game as a tactician for the club. So they still 1 point above Juventus in the Scudetto race. Other games that we had then were Crotone 1, Atalanta 1. And of course, Madragoni gave Crotone the lead. Atalanta did equalise on 88 minutes through Palomino. Of course, Atalanta have a massive Europa League game during the week against Borussia Dortmund, but they failed to gain any ground in Serie A on Saturday. Then, of course, the other game on Saturday was Spal 0, AC Milan 4. Patrick Cutrone, of course, stealing the headlines. He scored twice yesterday. Also goals from Biglia and, of course, former Sunderland striker Fabio Borini. AC Milan may have some momentum finally on their side in their quest for Europa League football. So those were the results from Saturday. So, on to Sunday's results. We had Chievo 0, Genoa 1. A goal from Diego Laxalt. 92 minutes, 2 minutes into injury time, broke the hearts of the Flying Donkeys. At the moment, they're still staying out of the bottom three, thanks to other results going their way, but it is not a good time for Chievo right now. Genoa, as we've seen resilience lately, you just see it as if there is finally some fight. Of course, having sold Pietro Pellegrini, it seems there has been an improvement in the performances from the Rossa Blue. So a much needed win in what looked like it would be a relegation 6-pointer there. Now finally, at last, Inter Milan won. Now, on our prediction show the other night, we had them down as a draw. So it's no surprise they won. They won today 2-1 against Bologna at home. Eder was on the score sheet yet again, of course, starting in place of the injured Mauro Icardi, the captain and Argentine talisman. Palacio did pull one back for Bologna on 25 minutes, but Caramau, he sealed the points on 63 minutes. A massive relief for coach Luciano Spalletti and fans of the Nerazzurri. So they go back into third place in their quest for Champions League football. Bear in mind that was 2 months without a win for the Nerazzurri. Of course, they hadn't won since December the 3rd. So their winless streak is finally over. Elsewhere, we had Sampdoria 2, Verona 0. Barreto scored on 48 minutes, and then Fabio Quagliarella added a penalty in 85 minutes to add all 3 points at the Luigi Ferrara Stadium. Sampdoria's Champions League push is back on track. Can they catch Lazio or Roma or Inter for the place? Who remains to be seen, but that is a much needed win for the Blue Chiarati there. We had Sassuolo 0, Cagliari 0. I think in our predictions we had that down as a draw, and it was exactly that. It's fair to say Sassuolo did keep a clean sheet, the Nerazzurri, having conceded 7 last week at Juventus, mind. So some sort of improvement in their defence at least this week. So lastly, we had Torino 2, Udinese 0. Goals from N'Colo and Andrea Bellotti. Finally breaks his scoring duck. That was at the Olympic Stadium in Turin. Of course, Walter Mazzari, the Torino coach, banned from the touchline, as we know. It mattered little though, points for the Granata. Of course, Udinese did have a goal disallowed after Kevin Lasagna by the VAR. So say ex-Torino striker Maxi Lopez was seen shoving an opponent off the ball. That would have made it very hard for Udinese to digest. So those were yesterday's and today's results. Of course, tonight we have Roma against Benevento at the Stadio Olimpico. And now going into the game, of course, Roma are without Radja Nangolan and Daniele De Rossi for injury. Lorenzo Pellegrini, as we know, is suspended. That's probably going to be the only positive news for Benevento. As we know on this one already, it's likely Cengiz Ünder, the Turkish, of course, on the score sheet last week. He is likely to start for Roma. Roma, if they win tonight, they can go 4th above their cross-city rivals Lazio. Now, in the last few weeks, of course, we know Roma went 7 games without a win. It looks as if they were falling off the pace. A win tonight and they are back into 4th place. So we will see. So after that game, we will bring you our reaction So don't forget to watch us later on. So thank you for watching this episode. Grazie. Don't forget to watch us later on. We're going to have the reaction of the game Roma against Benevento. And tell us what you think of this weekend's results. Do Napoli have the consistency to hold off the Bianconeri, the reigning champions Juventus? Let us know. Comment below and don't forget to subscribe to Talk Calcio TV on YouTube. We will speak to you after Roma and Benevento tonight. Arrivederci.